All right, first and foremost, I'm going to be starting off by saying, Call Halayim La, Allahayinawa Abanawa, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopefully elect out there. I'm going to be doing another quick lesson here today on staying focused, all right, or being focused or whatnot. All right, of course, being in this truth, we all know how important it is to stay focused, all right? Stay busy in this truth, all right? Because scriptures tell you being idle will lead you down the wrong path, basically, all right? So the more you idle, the more Satan has time to try and sift you, all right? And we'll start off with a precept on being idle, all right? So you're going to get the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33, and verse 27. Okay. Ecclesiasticus chapter 33 and verse 27. Send him to labor, that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. All right, send him to labor, that he be not idle. All right, why? Because continuing idleness teacheth much evil. Like I said earlier, the more time you have spent idling, the more time you giving Satan to try and sift you, right? That's when Satan really gets you, when you being idle, when you're not doing nothing, when you're not being productive in the spirit or in the truth. All right, when you're idle, those temptations, you know, they creep in, and you may up and then going off. All right, it's easy for Satan to sift you while you idle, because like I say, you're not doing nothing, all right? You're being comfortable, and that's when Satan really works the flesh. You know, next thing you going off, right? That's why you got to stay focused in this truth and be occupied day in and day out. I had another precept that came to mind just now. We're going to grab the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 3. All right, because just I was saying, all right, this backs up basically what we were just talking about. All right, this is Sirach chapter 12 and verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. Okay, that is always occupied in evil. Right? If you always idle, not 100% of the time, you know, but if you always idle, you know, you're gonna be occupied in evil. All right, you're not doing nothing for the ministry. You're not focused up. You're not really doing nothing. All right, so that's how Satan gets you. All right, but if you occupied in these scriptures and in these prophecies, or studying, making videos, or going to camp, all right, you're not idle. All right, you're doing what you're supposed to do. All right, which is staying focused. All right, staying focused is part of that endurance of this truth. All right, you can't just do nothing all week and go to camp, you know, read a couple of precepts and think you in the truth. All right, the whole week's in and week out, you have to at least, you know, you got to be doing some reading, you know, listening to videos, making your own videos, going to camp. You know, the apostles want you to make your own video at least a day, and you got to go to camp every week. All right, you know, when you do that, that's staying focused. All right, you need that tunnel vision for your Yahushai. All right, otherwise, you know, you're gonna fall out. All right, so those precepts really, those are the basically the opposite of what we're trying to get into, which is staying focused. So we threw a balance in there. All right, so to begin with, we're gonna be getting some precepts on staying focused. All right, and we're gonna start out in the book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 25. All right, this is Proverbs 4 and 25. Let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee. All right, this is a straightforward basic precept. All right, and it's not the, you know, very easy to understand. This precept basically saying, you know, have that tunnel vision. Keep your eyes looking right on. Keep your eyes straight on the focused, on the right path, on that straight gate. All right, keeping it simple and straight to the point. You know, have that tunnel vision on this truth for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? Which of course that is not of you, but you know, you still gotta, you know what I'm saying, you still gotta put in your own commitment. All right, next we gonna grab another precept from the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 3. This is Proverbs 16 and 3. Commit thy works unto the Lord Yahweh, and thy work shall be established. All right, commit thy works unto the Lord. All right, being committed, doing your reasonable service. All right, that you're supposed to be doing. You know, and thy thoughts shall be established, meaning you're gonna stay focused. All right, the Lord gonna keep you focused if you committed. All right, being committed is also staying focused. You know what I mean? If you committed to something, you're gonna learn it, commit yourself to it, be focused on that. All right, which is what you're supposed to be doing in this truth. Okay. Next, we're gonna jump down to the book of Matthew, chapter 6, and verse 24. Okay. Matthew 6 and 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. Okay, no man can serve two masters, meaning you cannot say, you know, you in the truth, you praise Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, and whatnot, but you know you don't have no works. You put off the Lord and His Son. You believe, but you're still a part of this world. All right, why? Because he will hate the one and love the other, meaning you'll basically be hating Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, and really love the world if you're not, you know what I'm saying, if you're not focused. If you basically gonna be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. As it continues to say, you will hold on to one and despise the other. All right, if you're in this truth and you're not being focused on the Lord and His word, you holding on to the world basically and despising the Heavenly Father and His Son, because you basically being 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and you want to fit in with this world. All right, and that fitting in this world is the complete opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. All right. Next, matter of fact, we're gonna stay in this chapter. Just jump a little bit down, and we're gonna grab verse 33. This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. All right, but seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High. All right, the truth comes first. Yahweh Shem Yahushai comes first. Over all other things come second. All right, everything else comes second to this truth and to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, being focused on this truth comes first. Everything you do, really, you should have the Lord and His Son on your mind. All right, trying to do the best you can. All right, and if you do that, all right, what happens? All these things shall be added onto you. You know what I'm saying? You're going, Lord willing, you're going to be delivered, changed, lost statues in your inward parts. All right, you'll have defeated the beast, and you'll be ruling, firstly, you know, under Yahushai, over the nations. All right, all that just for, you get all that just for being single-minded, all right? You know what I'm saying? And having tunnel vision for Yahushai, being focused, all right? Being part of the elect, ultimately, though, okay? Next, we're going to jump to the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 6. Another straightforward one here. This is Colossians chapter 2 and verse 6. As ye have therefore received Yahushua HaMashiach, so walk ye in Him. All right, so walk ye in Him, meaning, you know, follow His ways, be focused on trying to be like the Lord, and do that to the best of your ability. All right, that's straightforward. What you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be diligent in this truth, okay? Like I said, that's another simple go-to precept right there, right? Next, we're going to jump to 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. Second Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. All right, study to show thyself approved. All right, you need to study, which contains reading, you know, praying, fasting, learning, and making videos, going to camp. All right, overall being diligent. All right, in order to do all those things, of course, what do you need? You need to be focused. All right, you're not gonna do any of those things if you 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If you're out here speaking, you know, about you worship Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but you chasing the bag, you know, not doing any works. You know, you just know you're Israelite in the names. That's not being focused or diligent. Okay, you basically being double-minded. All right, which, you know, that'll lead us to our last precept here in a second. But basically, that's what you're doing. All right. So continuing, it says, unto the Most High, you have to prove to the Most High and his son, this is what you want. This is what you want to be. You want to be, Lord willing, part of the elect. That's what you strive for. You strive for a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. You want to strive to be under Yahweh Shai and rule the nations and ultimately be delivered when that time comes, okay? You put this truth first. All right, you get the Lord and his son's work done first before anything. All right, that's what being focused is. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's just how things go. You training for a specific sport or something like that. You're gonna be dedicated to that sport all times throughout the day, so you can ultimately get that win. That's what we doing. We out here being diligent and being focused on this truth, and hopefully get that win, which is ultimately being part of the elect and being delivered. Lord willing, that's not up to us, but that's what you strive for. All right. So let's grab our last preset here. We're going to grab the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. All right, plain and simple. If you're being double-minded, you're not being faithful, you're being weary, all right, which goes to show if you like that, you're not focused. All right, if you were focused, you know that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai got you, all right? Of course, they have to bless you with that faith in that situation, but being focused will give you that diligence for you to do what you got to do and not be double-minded and just be focused, all right? So, like I said, just a couple of precepts on being focused, and, doing what you got to do. So, Lord willing, that was edifying, all right? So, we basically, like I said, we got some precepts on the topic of being focused. Actually, we started out with 2 precepts, given the opposite of being focused, but it's all, it all follows under the same gist of you need to be focused in this truth, okay? So I'm going to end off by saying, Call Halayim La, Allahayinawa, Abinawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the whole elect.